Hello, welcome everybody. I'm so excited to have you all here. Those that are viewing from LinkedIn, those of you that are viewing from Facebook, YouTube, and those of you that are viewing from the future. So excited to have you here and for us to get into how to peak for peak. All right. So why are we here? Peak is a stressful time of year. We're trying to do some of our absolute best work in the most stressful conditions. And I know that there is a lot out there this year that says, oh, it doesn't feel like peak. It's going to be muted. It may not be the peaks of past that we're used to, or at least these COVID peaks that we have been experiencing over the last few years. But what I would say to you is let's still get ready because first off, the personal part of peak, where we're all dealing with the holiday season of Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, all of the gift giving holidays, New Year's, none of that has started. Although I do have a friend who is going to be meeting, has a Thanksgiving event at school this week. So she's trying to juggle and balance everything in order to make it to there. So it's coming, as well as, hey, we're still going to be shipping lots of packages. Our companies are going to be trying to increase revenues during this time. So maybe our package volume is down, but our pressure is up. So I think that we still need to really dig in and see how we can peak for peak. I'm never going to stop talking about this. The foundation for doing the right work well at the right time is managing your inputs and prioritization. We did a webinar on that last month. You can find it on the YouTube channel. But look, managing your inputs, it's my Roman Empire. I'm never, ever going to stop telling you that this is the place to start. And we're going to talk about all the different ways that we can prepare ourselves to do well during peak. But this is really something that I just strongly encourage you to take some time out to work on, to be a part of, to incorporate into your habits for 2024. And in December, we're going to be talking a lot about how to set ourselves up for a good 2024. Part of that is reflecting on what worked and didn't work in 2023 and how we want to incorporate changes into what we want to do going forward. It's not what we're talking about today, but I just wanted to call that out. So again, go watch that YouTube video. You will not be disappointed. All right, so new stuff for what we're gonna do. Let's fill that cup before you screw it up for your team. You really need to be personally available to your team during this stressful time. Again, we are doing the most work. We need to do our best work in the most stressful environment that we experience all year long. So that's why it's so important that we as leaders fill our cup. And of course, if you're an individual contributor, fill your cup too, because you are there to support your teammates. All right, so breathe. Beyond what's necessary to sustain life, taking some deep breaths when you're about to lose it, that helps before you make a big decision. When you get into a stressful environment, finding a moment to take a breath is incredibly helpful. And it's so simple, yet effective. And that's really everything that we're going to talk about today is super simple, but hopefully very, very effective. All right, eat a non-dessert. Let's start the day at least with some fiber or protein. This isn't about restrictions or anything like that. I mean, eat the donuts all day long, but that's what's available, right? During this peak season, we have leftover Halloween candy, and we've got vendors bringing donuts. We've got, Thanksgiving where we're going to do pie. We've got our Christmas lunch where we're going to do even more pie. The desserts are abound, and just fueling yourself foundationally is going to help. So let's eat a non-dessert, at least to start our day, because we know that's going to come. Nextly, let's cut some caffeine. Maybe we have a caffeine cutoff at noon. This is going to, again, reduce the stress hormones that are running through your body. We already run on cortisol and adrenaline and, caffeine all peak season long. So let's say we cut off by noon. This is going to do a couple of things for us. It's going to put us in a better frame of mind to be there and problem solve. And it's also going to help our sleep. And getting good sleep, especially this time of year where we're busy, we're working late, we're running to the party, we're doing all kinds of stuff. It's really important to prioritize that. And we may not be able to get to bed early or sleep in as late as we want to, but we could potentially limit that caffeine. So let's go tea, let's go hot chocolate, let's drink decaf. The placebo effect is real, folks. And then the last thing is say thank you as often as possible. Not only does practicing gratitude have tons and tons of benefits, I think we all know that. But the other thing that practicing gratitude has is when we're looking for opportunities to see things to be grateful for, we're going to see more things to be grateful for. You're going to see what you're looking for, and we can really focus on what's going right. What's going wrong is going to find us, but what's going right is something that we sometimes miss. And this will be a theme of what we talk about as we move into the what we should do as a leader for our teams. All right, as a leader, don't do while dysregulated. So if you are about to lose it, see previous slide. Take a moment. Don't make these decisions. Don't have these conversations. It is more professional to excuse yourself. Just go to the bathroom, take a breathing break, come back in, and be ready, be focused, be in the right headspace to make the right choices. Things move really quickly during peak, but you have a minute. You always have a minute. Don't cancel. When we go into peak season, and some of the advice that I give is let's find what we can stop doing. Let's cancel this meeting or that meeting, or let's push this project to next year. Let's circle up after the holidays. It's that time of year, right? But let's not cancel our one-on-ones, and let's not cancel our team meetings. Your one-on-ones are going to help you get the pulse. They're going to help you have an opportunity to express more gratitude to your team members. And lastly, you can set new norms, right? We can say, all right, normally in our one-on-ones, we spend 30 minutes. It's peak season. You're busy. I'm busy. Let's shorten these to 15 minutes and let's only talk about a couple of key topics. Critical project status, what you need help on, what I need help on, something as simple as that, but let's not take those off the calendar. And if they need to be rescheduled, let's reschedule within the same week. Don't cancel on your team. The second thing is don't cancel your team meetings. Again, we can establish new norms. That's totally something that we can do. But we take the opportunity for our team to see each other, whether that's virtually or in person. We take away the opportunity to, again, express gratitude to the team as a whole, to get a pulse on what's going on, for people to understand how what's going on in your world is affecting somebody else. When your work has value and you can see that value, you are so much more engaged in the outcome of what you're doing. And we want our team engaged this time of year. One of the things that is a feature of my team meetings and has been for years and years and years is we go around the room at the end, and I make time for this over any other agenda item. And we each individual person is going to tell a success story, or they're going to compliment a teammate. And usually people choose to compliment teammates, which is amazing. And this gives us even more opportunity for us to participate in gratitude. And celebrate what's going right. Again, as I said in the last slide, what's going wrong is going to find you. So let's look for what's going right, because there really is a lot going right this time of year. You are doing amazing. You are succeeding on an astronomical level. Let's feel a little of that. I'm not asking you to not worry, not stress, not take things seriously, but I am asking you to celebrate what's going right, what you did the whole year long that has set you up to be in this position, because it's important. And it's not only important for you as a leader, but it's important for your team. All right, find levity amidst the anger. Let's not gaslight ourselves or our team. Anger and frustration is part of the season. We are going to be frustrated. We are going to get angry, and we need to process those emotions. Let's not bottle them up, right? So how do we get a microburst of anger or frustration out? one one peak season in particular, I went to the I went to a FedEx office store. I bought a huge roll of bubble wrap, not to ship anything. And then I handed it out to my entire team. And every time we just needed to release a little bit, we can just start going to town on that bubble wrap. And it was just a fun way to say, I see you. This is frustrating. We still have a job to do. Let's get a little bit of that out. Let's have some camaraderie around what's going on. Not an us versus them situation, but us with us situation. Other things, especially since we're working from home now, put on some goggles and break a plate. I've seen this in a lot of like breath work environments. You do all of this breath work and meditation and and at the end, you break a plate. At the end, you scream into a pillow. We're working from home. These are options, folks, and let's take them before we find some of this frustration getting out in maybe an unprofessional way or an unprofessional setting. So also, let's find joy in the work and at work. So some of the ways that I've seen this done, and again, easy, low cost, not a big time investment. You guys are busy. We're all busy. We all have a ton of work we need to be doing. So I get it. So easy memes. Let's trade the memes. Let's keep the chat active. It's fun. Like there is time for fun. We should make time for fun. And again, something funny that hits home that resonates with everybody. Let's share that. Let's get an email chain going, something where we can pass this joy back and forth. In freight brokerage, these gongs are all the rage. But before I even knew any of that, while I was working in Miami, I bought a gong because I was like, we need a big, weird, awesome celebration when something goes right. When somebody has a success story, I want to bang the crap out of that gong. And so I did. And because we were in Miami and participating in the Latin culture, we would say "Suena la medalla," and we didn't even have to swing it after that. We didn't even have to sound the gong. We just had to say that for a while, and it just became part of our culture and lexicon. And we knew that meant awkward, weird, silly celebration. So find ways to bring that culture into your team. Even when we're remote, there are ways to do that. So think about that. Think about what weird stuff you have in your house. When we are building culture, it's all about the weird. So let's be ourselves. Let's be authentic. Let's take that into the workplace so that we can have more joy amidst everything that's going on. And then the last thing that I really want to encourage everybody to do is to make sure your team makes it to the stuff that they need at home. This is what makes peak season so difficult for us is, I believe, is yes, the work is a lot. We're doing a ton of stuff, and we also have a ton of stuff at home. We've got the holiday luncheons. We've got, to buy gifts, and we've got to wrap those gifts, and we've got family coming into town, and we have concerts and end of the year, whatever, man. Schools do not do you guys any favors if you are a parent, but even for non-parents, we've got all kinds of stuff that we need to make it to. So as a team, we need to talk. This needs to be a priority for all of us because I love a team, and I think being a team is enough. I don't think my coworkers are my family. If that's how you feel, I'm so happy for you, and I hope that it is one of those good, healthy families, because not every family is. But we need to make sure that people get to the stuff that really matters to them at home. And the only way to do that is to really talk about it. We need to consider the kind of fun that we're having and make sure it's not taking our employees away from their obligations and things they really want to make it to at home. So when we're planning the luncheons or the white elephant gifts or the whatever, I'm in for that. I think that's all super fun and amazing, but let's do it during work hours. Let's consider the other stress. Let's balance that. Let's keep it appropriate for what makes sense for our teams at this time of year. but let's not cancel the fun. The other thing we did last year, and it was from an idea from one of my team members, and it was brilliant because, again, I want low cost, low time investment, easy fun. We did Spirit Week between Christmas and New Year's. We wore ugly Christmas sweaters, we wore our pajamas, we wore our favorite sports teams. I know we did two other things. I just can't remember what they are. We capped it all off with a virtual happy hour at the end of the week. It was amazing. It was so much fun, and it was low barrier to entry for everybody. Even our most non-participatory folks can wear pajamas. Our non-participatory folks can put on a jersey because maybe they've got a favorite sports team. um, these things are not difficult um, to bring to the team, and they don't take anything away from your ability to get the job done. So it's all about cultivating this culture all year long, and then not forgetting that during these 6 to 8 weeks of peak season. So those are really my tips for making it happen here during peak season. I'm so excited that you guys took the time out of your day to watch this, to attend this, and hopefully you've got something that you can bring back to the team for this holiday season. I just want to let you know the other ways that I can help on those personal processes, that foundation, my Roman Empire that I'm never ever going to stop talking about. We've got the recording link for the first webinar, so please DM me on LinkedIn if you'd like that. There's a white paper that you can go to our website and sign up for. I do a personal process boot camp, one-on-one coaching, team trainings, workshops. Maybe that doesn't make sense during the next 6 weeks, but hey, January is just around the corner. Otherwise, we do a full total team transformation engagement where we're going to take you end to end, your personal processes, those team norms, as well as your department processes, and set you guys up to have a great 2024. And of course, I'm available for fractional support. I'm so happy you came. I hope that you found value. Please follow me on LinkedIn and reach out. Thank you.